no question. You were when a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the.
Yeah, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Better than that!
It's Tuesday, y'all. You know what that means?
Monkey Tuesday!
Absolutely. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Oh, we gonna bleed this morning. Second installment of Monkey Tuesday. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Ain't those monkeys cute on the screen? Cute monkeys, cute chimps, cute apes, right? Y'all think that ape is cute in the middle there, don't y'all? Let's do this roll call, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, Rudy Geese. We're gonna take advantage of the full poop slinging primates every Tuesday. We're gonna pay homage to the monkeys. Yes. Kane, what's going on? Dow Big G, G McCall, Rick Blackwell, Jaquila Fields, salute sis. Shara in the building, salute. Eric H, Todd Swindle, Daryl Alexander, Jamal Robinson, Slim Hussein. Rod Neal, my brother Andrew Gray, jumped on me. Main biker, Mr. Shelton. Frank from the land, ES, salute. Stormy B-Man in the building. The Brothers UK, Toby Smith. Shogun, Eric L. So let's not play with this thing. Teofimo Lopez, y'all already know how I feel about him. He obliterates Tank Davis in a boxing match. Prove me wrong. And I need you to be real careful. So I'm talking directly to the Tank fans. You know, I know Press is out there because he loves his daddy, meaning me. He sees more value in me than his father. So, you know, pull up, Press. Tell me how I'm wrong. I believe Teofimo Lopez obliterates Tank Davis in a boxing match. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Where's Victor? Victor's a funny dude. Let me tell you something about Victor. Weekend at Randy. So look, let me tell you something about Victor. He was in BFTB's chat yesterday, you know, doing what Tank fans do, and which is, you know, strange, you know, a man at that age, you know, scratching underneath his armpits. Ain't that what monkeys do? Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know, so I added him, you know, just being friendly. He ignored me 3 times. It was hilarious, bro. What, Victor, you in your feelings, bro?
Good night.
Shout out to Victor. Shout out to Victor. Yeah. So where's Vic at? Where's Darnell Schaefer? Where's E and J? You know, those niggas talking about, hey, you know, more people love Tank. Drew better be careful. He gonna lose subs. I'm fine. And I'm very clear. If you're an unconditional Tank fan and you see no issue with what he's doing and how he's moving, and what I say offends you talking about him, because I'm not lying on the dude, then you can leave. You can unsubscribe and leave. Get out. But I know what you guys do. You pull up just to listen, to get angry. I don't know why y'all clowns do that. The Audacity Podcast in the building. Salute, brother. Dill Spoolie, Just Spark, salute. But y'all pull up, you know, y'all see this meme, you know, and y'all pull up and, you know, Press will say something, but, you know, we ask Press that magical question and, you know, and, you know, he starts talking that, you know, that Baltimore educational English, you know, don't know anything about boxing outside of his hero, Tank. Dude didn't even know who Rachel Donaire was. He says, who's that woman on the on the panel? I'm like, wow, right on time. Airhead stuff, this kid. You know, I'm like, wow. You told me all you know is Tank Davis and that's it, but then you want to engage in an actual conversation about boxing. You know, but like I said, he sees value in me. He sees value in me. Which is why he keeps coming back. Yeah. So I understand. Myself and normal people, Aaron Jordan, salute. We don't go anywhere where we're not wanted or where we don't appreciate the content. And Banks, salute. What's wild is I'm looking at the chimpanzees' mouths and then I'm looking at Teofimo Lopez's mouths. I'm sure Teo has touched 1 million. Why can't he get his fronts fixed? I'm just wondering. But anyway. Matter of fact, the baby chimp on the right got a better lineup in the front than he does. Look at his fronts. That's crazy when a wild animal got better front teeth than you. And you're a millionaire, right? Well, whatever. Anyway, Teofimo Lopez obliterates Tank Davis in a boxing match. Prove me wrong. 88 Sports Talk, salute. Main Event Mark, salute. Now, I'm not just going to fire shots, but I'm going to back it up with facts. I'm going to back it up with facts. And these are just things that I've noticed. And if I was rocking with Tank like that, this would be nothing I'd bring up because I'm on code, unlike most people. So, you know, I'm just gonna ask. Prove me wrong. Cortez, salute. Prove me wrong. Y'all see the title. Where the Tank fans at? They'll be here. You know, they sleep late. They ain't got jobs, so they sleep late. The corner's going to be there all day. You'll get there eventually. But I need y'all to prove me wrong. And in the meantime, I'll explain why I feel this way. And I'm not trolling. To be honest, I'm not trolling. There's just certain things that I've noticed. And I said, you know, you can make the case. You can make the case. Exactly, Jason. Everything that was said about Tank is going to be used against him in this conversation. First and foremost, Teofimo Lopez, whom I don't like, I can't stand. All right? Teofimo Lopez was at 135 with the rest of those guys. Lomachenko, whom he fought, Devin Haney, whom he ducked. Shakur got there eventually. Keyshawn was up and coming, but we all know how Teofimo knew. He knows who he is, right? And Tank was there. You know, Tank the star. He was there the whole time. And when I sat back and watched this thing, because once upon a time, I supported Teofimo Lopez. Before I knew he was a racist, before all these outbursts and stuff, real spill salute. Once upon a time, I supported this clown. And it was game time when he got the Lomachenko fight. We was coming out of COVID. And I said, I don't have a problem with Teofimo Lopez. He's a pretty good fighter, man. I have no problem with him. I said, I hope he knocks the crap out of Lopez. Out of Loma. I hope he does, man, because Loma he represented the machine. And when I say machine, y'all know what I'm talking about. He represented the machine. It was at that time he vacated the WBC strap and requested the franchise status, in which Mauricio Sillyman said, hey, we'll give you that, but you can't have the real belt. So that belt was vacated. He got the franchise status. Devin Haney ends up with the WBC strap. And now they're dragging him, calling him the email champion. But this ain't about Devin. This ain't about Devin. Keep it focused. I know a Tank fan's going to come in here and bring up Devin. But the reality is, the only thing Devin has to do with this is that both of these clowns duck Devin. And that's a fact. That's a fact. But moving along. So I always have that bullet in the magazine for that. Forget that. I don't need a magazine. I just need one in the chamber. Because that's a fact. Both of these clowns duck Devin Haney. So stop it. We're talking about Teofimo Lopez and why I feel Tank will get obliterated by Teofimo Lopez. Cedric, what up? So Lopez fights Vasily Lomachenko. He beats him. Nobody knew that Loma wasn't going to throw a punch for like 6 or 7 rounds. But by the time he got started, it was too late. Teofimo already had a big enough lead, and he beat him. So I said, man, this is a good thing. And I celebrated that because Lomachenko represented the machine. He represented everything wrong with boxing. And I was happy to see Teofimo get his moment. I said, okay, salute to the young man. Cool. And then it started. He started running around talking about he was undisputed. I'm like, no, he don't have the real belt. I thought Teofimo would beat Lomachenko and do the right thing. And the final match was supposed to be between him and Devin Haney. And then the ducking began. Never. So, I'm like, wow, this is crazy. So then he started acting crazy. Jay Horseman says Dev will never win another fight against a top fighter or a fighter his size. That's yet to be seen. That's your opinion. But I'm talking about Tank and Loma, right? Tank and Teofimo Lopez right now, Jay Horseman. So you can save that comment for when I decide to talk about Devin. You see Devin's picture up here. The Face of Boxing's picture up here. You're entitled to that opinion. MJ Total Health and Wellness, salute. So Teofimo start acting crazy. Devin's chasing him all around the world. And Teofimo was posturing. Right? And then it dawned on me. I said, wait a minute. I remember Teofimo did a quick interview. And he mentioned something about freezing Devin out. Exactly, slip the jab. That's why I'm not entertaining that. I'm not going to let anybody hijack what the topic of the show is. You see how fast it turns to Devin? But I'm dealing with these two buffoons on the screen right here. And the monkeys on the screen too. That's what I'm dealing with. But it is what it is. So I'm like, wait a minute. Now Tio's demeanor makes sense. And let me remind y'all, listen carefully, y'all. This is Teofimo Lopez back in 2018. He said this.
Hey, Devin Haney made a comment, trying to make whatever it is. But at the end of the day, Devin, you don't know. The WBC is not going to have you, even if you do the competition, they're not going to have you fight for the title. You can get mad at everything. I'm fighting for the title after this fight, for the IBF. And then after that, me and Loma for all four. And where are you? You're not going to get a shot, bro. And you don't know that, but we do. And that's what we did. I'm not going to fight more fights. So it is what it is, man. Talk what you got to talk, my dude. But at the end of the day, you're not becoming a world champion at 135.
And I remembered that. That was 2 years before the pandemic. Henry, salute. That was 2 years before the pandemic. And I said, what the hell? Now it's making sense. He's ducking Devin. And I gave him an opportunity. There was one, Adrian, salute. There was one fight away from undisputed. And he didn't do it. And instead of the world holding Teofimo accountable, they found more comfort calling Devin Haney the email champion. And that was disturbing. To see black fans do it too. That was disturbing. Disturbing. And I say, wait, whoa, what's going on here? And I said, oh, okay. But in the midst of all of that, and then we had the George Kambosos situation, and Teofimo fell on his own sword, and Devin had to go clean that up. But what I'm saying is, stop for a minute. He's posturing for Trilla, and they got J-Lo, and because Teo thought he was a bigger star than what he was. Okay? That's what happened. And I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. You beat Lomachenko. You're on top of the world right now. You know the Lomachenko that Tank Davis refused to fight for 5 years? 5 years? Listen, hold on a minute. I need y'all to stop addressing Jay Horseman. Please stop. This is how they do it. Stop addressing him. When I talk about Devin Haney, Jay Horseman, we can revisit your statement. Stop addressing him. This happens all the time. We're talking about two fools on the screen, and somehow Devin Haney comes up. Now, you can't mention these two guys without mentioning Devin Haney, but he's not the topic of today. You understand? Everybody has this weird opinion. Well, we deem it weird. It is weird about Devin. We're not talking about it. We're talking about these two fools on the screen who have not done what they're supposed to do. Can we say that these two fools have not done what they're supposed to do? At 135, they have not. They have not. Because I could switch this and put Devin's picture up here and say, Devin Haney obliterates both these fools. Prove me wrong. I started to do that. But I'm going to keep it here. You can't prove me wrong. And I'm proving it during the show. You know why? There was nothing but space and opportunity for both these dudes to fight Devin Haney. They didn't do it. So that's why I don't want to talk about Devin. Because that's a fact. What I do want to talk about is why was there all this belt movement at 135 and Tank didn't have anything to do with it? You see how fast the Devin Haney conversation, I put that to sleep? It's over with. I don't care about your personal feelings. Don't care about that. How could I believe what you say when I see what you do? Tank beats everybody. All I'm asking him to do is fight his contemporaries, and he's not doing it. But I want to keep it right here on topic. You see? So on topic, Teofimo beat Lomachenko, right? A guy that Tank refused to fight. He refused to fight. Teo came in, beat him. Watch this. Devin came in, beat him. Tank ain't fight him not one time. Devin chasing Teofimo. Devin's open to the Tank fight. Devin wanted Shakur, gave him an offer. None of these guys fought him. But I still get weird shit in my comment section. You see how easy that is? But we'll visit that another day. Keep it here. Let's dial it back. Let's dial it back. Teofimo was unified champion. Teofimo was running around saying, I'm undisputed. We know that was a lie. But at what point did Tank Davis say, hey, man, you ain't ish. I'll knock you out. Did I miss it? Can y'all educate me? Because maybe I missed it. Has Tank Davis ever threatened or challenged or sent an offer to Teofimo Lopez when he was undefeated? Because you know he was undefeated for a long time, right? Did I miss that? Can anybody tell me? Has that ever happened? Because maybe I missed it. Maybe something did happen. I don't know everything. Sometimes I miss stuff. I have a full-time life off of this mic. Has Tank Davis ever challenged Teofimo Lopez? Has he ever trash-talked Teofimo Lopez on Twitter or anything? Has he ever done it? Or did he give him the Lomachenko treatment? You know, Lomachenko, I think he's a champion on Twitter. Young Abel, salute. Has that ever happened? Did I miss it? Shawa says nope. Okay, I figured as much. Shemaine Callahan says nope. So let me get this straight. Weekend at Rennie says he never did. Okay, so let me get this straight. As much trash as this monkey talks, he says he's an ape. As much trash as the ape talks, he never talked trash to Teofimo Lopez. He never talked trash to Vasily Lomachenko. He's never done it. Can I ask y'all why? Leave Loma out of this. I know I mentioned his name, but leave him out of it now. Why hasn't he talked trash to Teofimo Lopez? Teofimo Lopez checks all the boxes. They're around the same age, and he's Latin. One of the arguments that I'm used to hearing from Tankamaniacs is Latin people move the needle more. They sell more tickets. Well, once upon a time, Teofimo Lopez was undefeated and he was a unified champion. Why didn't Tank just swoop in, being the A-side that he is? Why didn't he just swoop in and say, you know what? Forget a Hector Garcia, forget a Isak Cruz, forget a Mario Barrios at a heavier weight class. Forget a Ryan Garcia, he's an Instagram model. If I take Teofimo Lopez's O, that'll be great. And I'll get 3 belts. Now, I don't remember the timeline, you know, when he fought Hector. I mean, I didn't research all of that. I'm just asking because there was a lot of work at 135 and then he hasn't done it. And I think snatching up those belts from Teofimo Lopez in one fight, and plus, Teofimo Lopez, he was looking for that big payday anyway. So he got one with Loma. No matter how you look at it, when you look at Teofimo Lopez's resume, Lomachenko's on there, and it's a win for him. And I don't like Teofimo Lopez, but we're being honest, right? I'm asking the Tank fans, how did Tank not check Teofimo Lopez? Go. Big Dub says cuz of Floyd. I'm confused on that. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm confused on that, and here's why. I used to say the same thing. They holding this kid back. You know, they asked Tank a question and Floyd start talking. I have the video where it was said when he was asked about Lomachenko, and Floyd cut in and said, we're not ducking and dodging, but you know, Loma got to fight now, and Tank is, you know, 8, 9, 10 figure paydays, whatever he said. Whatever he said. So I said, okay, why is not Tank talking? Once upon a time, I thought Tank could get Loma. I said, yo, get this dude, knock him out so we ain't got to deal with this. Salute. So Keith Williams says, man, you present the most childish arguments. Okay, Mr. Articulate, answer the question. Don't block him. Just answer the question I'm asking. I think he obliterates Tank Davis in the boxing match. Prove me wrong. You don't have to come in here and insult me. It's been done. Answer the question, though. You saying I present the most childish arguments. How? Ask the chat. Have I lied one time? I'm asking a question. I'm laying out my argument as to why I think Teofimo beats the crap out of Tank Davis. Prove me wrong. I haven't lied not one time. Teofimo Lopez was at 135 the whole time. He went belt collecting. He beat the guy that he ducked. Tank ducked Loma for 5 years. Teofimo got one shot against him and beat him. He beat him. So Keith Williams, could you please prove me wrong? Why didn't Tank Davis fight Teofimo Lopez? Why didn't Tank Davis he checks everybody else? He talks about everybody else. He didn't do it to Loma, and he didn't do it to Teofimo Lopez. Why? How the hell did Teofimo Lopez go belt collecting at 135 and the Big Ape was there the whole time? How does that happen? Big Dub says, I don't think he beats Tank, but it will be the hardest fight. Here's why I think he beats him. Because Teofimo Lopez is not going to stand there and let Tank do what he do. Uh-huh. Let me ask you a question. Who has better feet? Hector Garcia or Teofimo Lopez? Uh-oh. Hector Garcia, I'm sorry, Teofimo Lopez or Mario Barrios? Teofimo Lopez or Ryan Garcia? Teofimo Lopez or Isaac Cruz? Uh-oh. Ack, you crazy. You say, you sure that's not Keith Murray? M. Banks, salute. Ob Jones, salute. Jose, salute. Yeah, Teo got better footwork than all of Tank's opponents, bro. He had better footwork even than Frank Martin, and Frank Martin was trained. But what gives Teofimo Lopez problems? People with better footwork than him. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Keith, I hope you're paying attention. Teofimo Lopez, mind you, I hate this guy, but we're gonna tell the truth, right? I hate this guy. He goes up to 140 and fights Josh Taylor and beats him. Matter of fact, he did more than beat him. He schooled Josh Taylor. That's what it was. I don't like Teofimo Lopez, but we're keeping it boxing, right? He schooled Josh Taylor. Fighting off the back foot, fighting off the ropes. So swag. Jumping in with lead right hands. I said, all right, he's beating his ass now. Sent him right back to Scotland. Beltless, did he not? Did he not? Dealhound, he says, I don't agree Teo has better footwork than Barrios or Frank Martin. You said, I don't agree Teo has better footwork than Barrios. He does have better footwork than Barrios. And I said Frank Martin was drained. He wasn't healthy in the Tank fight. And we wouldn't have known that if Tank hadn't said that. And when he said it, I made a phone call to someone that was in Frank Martin, well, around Frank Martin, around the situation. And I said, what's the status? He says, yeah, he kind of did look drained. I said, damn. But getting back to that, see, Tank discredited himself off the Frank Martin fight, dude. Tank fans, they'll take it. But I'm just saying that the man was drained because Tank said so. as he did the backflip in the ring. They said, Tank, could you do a backflip like the monkey you are? He said, ah! He did the backflip and said, yeah, Frank's dream. Woo, woo, woo. And then ran off, you know, dropping bananas on the floor and all that monkey shit. But nevertheless, Teofimo styled on Josh Taylor. Guess what? You know why I'm bringing that up, Darius? Salute. You know why I'm bringing that up? Because when, speaking of Mario Barrios, when Tank went up to 140, he could have fought Regis Prograis or guess who? Josh Taylor. He didn't do it. He picked a Mexican that he knew he could hit eventually. Teofimo Lopez got way better feet than Josh Taylor. Watch this. Watch this. He said, whoa, I can't co-sign that. I can't co-sign that. I'm not black. That's a little racial. Boxing's racial. Speaking of racial, have you heard what Teofimo's been saying lately? Dealhound LLC? I'm asking, have you heard what this guy's been saying? There's a reason why I don't like this dude, and there's a reason why I don't like Tank. You know why? Because he just called Tank a monkey, and Tank is still silent. Is Tank Davis afraid of Teofimo Lopez? You didn't want to lose him at 135. He went around belt collecting. You never said his name. Now you're at 140 with a belt. You try to fight El Rayo at 140, but catch weight him. But Teofimo's up there with a belt right now, and I don't know what he got lined up. You ain't calling him out? What is going on here? So you don't want no smoke with him at 140. You didn't want any smoke with him at 135. But fighting Latin fighters, that seems to be the ticket. Courtesy of Floyd Mayweather. He still thinks that that's the way to do business here. You undermine the black dollar, by the way, if we want to get racial. But I'm just asking, why haven't they fought? Everybody was at 135. They haven't fought. Even Devin Haney, while chasing Teofimo Lopez, he F-surrounds and lays an egg in my city against George Kambosos, and Devin Haney had to go clean up everybody's mess. DS3 salute, Black Boxer King salute. He had to go clean up the mess. He becomes undisputed. Whole time, Tank is there. The whole time. But never mind that, never mind that. Tank didn't even call out George Kambosos. I'm sure that if Tank stepped in and said, George, I want the fight, George would have said, screw Devin Haney, I'm fighting Tank. That's worth more money. Forget the belts. Okay, here we go. Dealhound says, when's the last time Top Rank sent someone over to fight on the PBC? Wilder Fury. Those are two different. We're not, please, Dealhound, don't do that. Money talks and bunny shit takes a hop. It's not beyond reason that two companies with two hot fighters can get together and do business. That's not even the conversation. This right here, what's happening here, has nothing to do with what network they fighting on. They could have got this done. All Tank had to do was call for it, and it would have been done. The real OG Mr. Mont says, I don't F with Tank because he's a sucker, but it's secondary for me not effing with Tio. Racist ass. Exactly. Yup. Jay Boomin, salute. Yeah, exactly, Jay Boomin. They were just about to make Loma versus Tank. But Loma says, I'm busy. Money doesn't move, Lomachenko. That's what he said. No, Dealhound, I understand what you're trying to say, but like I said, money talks. And Tio's a liar like everybody else, but you show these guys the right amount of money, they'll do something strange for some change. You dig it? like twerk on their social media. Like this kid in the middle, twerking and slapping himself on the behind. He didn't do that for free. Daryl, salute. And I'm just saying, I think Teofimo obliterates Tank, which is why Tank never even said his name. He's ducking right in your face. I want nothing more. Listen, I wanted nothing more than for Tank to punch Lomachenko in the face 5 years ago. He didn't do it. TJ, salute. AJ Moore, salute. I wanted nothing more for him to punch Teofimo in the face. When he was running around talking about I'm undisputed, I said, okay, he's not fighting Devin. Tank, get him. Didn't even say his name. And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, he let Loma get away. Why is he not fighting Teofimo Lopez? He's undefeated. He got 3 belts. He's ducking Devin. Tank, get him. Didn't even say his name. I said he checks all the boxes. He's Latin. He got a big mouth. And now he got 3 belts? What's going on? Now, back then, I was still supporting Tank, so I didn't say it out loud. But I just knew that there's going to be somebody that was going to see what I saw. Surprisingly, nobody said anything. So I said, no one's going to say anything. I ain't going to say anything because I'm on code, right? I'm on code. And I held on to the faith that he would, good faith, he'll get to him eventually. They have a plan, right? Never happened. Never happened. He lost to George Kambosos. I said, man, if Tank swoops in and tries to take this fight, his fans will take it. They'll celebrate it, but man, they're going to ask, why didn't he just fight Teofimo? Why's he got to fight George? KO, salute. Maybe you can answer me this, brother. I think Teofimo Lopez obliterates Tank Davis. Can you prove me wrong? Because I'm not understanding why these 2 fools ain't fighting. I wanted nothing more than for him to punch this dude in his mouth. You see his crooked fronts? I wanted Tank to knock all of those damn things out of his mouth. I firmly believe that he felt he couldn't do it. Which brings us to today. This dude called him a monkey. A monkey. Whichever monkey wants the banana. And it's October 1st. Tank hasn't said shit. Huh? The only thing I could think of is that Tank don't want no smoke with this dude. That's the only thing I think of. I'm like, please hit this guy. Someone please knock his teeth out. Someone. Devin tried to do it. George Kambosos did it. And I'm like, Tank, I know he could beat this guy. Can he? What is happening? So KO says, Tank will prove you wrong when they fight. As far as debating the breakdown of the fight, there is objectively nothing Teo does in the ring better than Tank. Great. Why haven't they fought at 135? I'm not getting it. Why haven't they fought? I wanted nothing more than for Tank to knock this dude's crooked teeth down his mouth. Why couldn't Tank give me that? He's at 140 with a belt right now, and I don't think he has anything lined up. Why am I getting Lamont Roach and not Teofimo Lopez? A fight that for a long time, I said Tank obliterates this dude. Now I don't think so. There's nothing to build here. This ain't no, let it marinate. There's nothing to do with this. He's there right now with a belt. How the hell did Tank allow Teo to get a hold of Loma before Tank did? This is why, on second thought, I'm like, yo, I don't think Tank thinks he could beat this guy. Teo moves too much. Delano, do we really want to talk about sparring sessions? Tank fans was talking about sparring sessions against you know who until the real video came out. Now I don't want to talk about sparring sessions. I'm cool. I'm cool on sparring sessions. Because you know what? If Tank whooped his ass in sparring, guess what? Guess what? Just take a wild guess about what I'm going to say. If Tank whooped his ass in sparring, guess what? Philip D in the building. Finish my sentence, Delano. If Tank whooped his ass in sparring, guess what? He says because Teo's in litigation with Top Rank over contract dispute, that's why they pulled Teo from the 927 card. Remember, he was supposed to fight Norman. Great. KO, why didn't they fight when it was at 135? That's what I'm asking. And watch this. Why hasn't Tank even responded to him? You ain't got to be contractually obligated to somewhere else that you don't have to that you can't run your mouth. Tank likes running his mouth. He hasn't even responded to him. Tank is online beefing with Edgar Berlanga. But he's not saying he'll never fight Edgar Berlanga. That'll never happen. Edgar said something crazy about fighting Anthony Joshua. I know he's feeling himself. Okay, fine. New York stand up. Okay, fuck it. If that's how you feel, brother. But you're beefing with Edgar Berlanga, but you ain't got nothing to say to this dude? What is happening? I'm asking. This dispute right now, okay, y'all, you want to get into the business aspect and say, okay, if that's why Tank ain't fighting him, I need to hear Tank say it, brother. He hasn't said it. But what does that have to do with when them was running around at 135 and T.O. literally went belt collecting? You know, I hated that. You know, I didn't like that. I was looking at Tank to clean that up because I really felt he could do it. Lomachenko, I said, Tank got to get this dude. It never happened. Never happened. 1 minute we're blaming Ellaby, the next minute we're blaming Floyd, and then Ellaby says, no, Tank picks his own fights. I'm like, oh, whoa, hold on. Before anyone talks, they need to get on one accord because it's getting messy now. Because you know what always happens? They start cross-talking each other, and what happens? The racist others come to our chats, and we got to decipher what these black fighters camps are saying, and nothing matches up. They always come to us. Whether they're crashing out in the street or their teams, the fighters saying opposite of what their teams say. We deal with that with Tank all the time. Right now, Teofimo Lopez is running his mouth. If you're telling me that he has a contract dispute, which is why it's not happening now, fine. But why hasn't he responded to him on Twitter like he does everybody else? Tank don't want to say anything. He literally called him a monkey. Whichever monkey wants to get the banana. And guess what, KO? He was at the Garden over the weekend. My brother Thomas was there. And he was still talking that racist stuff. He doubled down on it. So I asked Thomas, I said, how many black people were standing there when he was talking that? Thomas said, nobody. I said, there you go. And that's why I didn't go to the event, because I know me. He wouldn't even spoke about it if I was standing there. I promise you. This dude's soft. But never mind that. KG, what up? My brother KG says, salute. Teo moves a lot, but he doesn't string punches together to beat Tank. He fights in spurts. Tank catches him jumping in. I don't know why they haven't fought, but that's what happens if it happens. Great. Guess what? I want to be wrong. Make sense? Make sense, KG? I would love to be wrong, but I don't think I am. Do y'all understand the purpose of the show now? Do you get it? I would love to be wrong, but I don't think I am. Because you know why? If Teo was a mark, Tank would have got his ass already. Make sense? You think he beat Shakur? Cool. He's right there. They haven't fought. You think he beats Devin? Cool. He's been there. And he's right there right now. They haven't fought. Why? The A-side makes the calls. I remember Ellaby saying, speaking of Ellaby, you don't make no offers. Tank make the offers. Fine, where the fuck is the offer? But let's keep it on Tio. Where was the offer? I'm not talking about Tank and Frank. Knockout. I'm not talking about Tank and Frank. And anybody could get a fight call wrong. And by the way, Frank was drained. If you want to play that game, KO, Frank was drained. And I only know that because Tank said so. And then I made a phone call. And it was confirmed. Tank automatically discredited his own win. But y'all don't want to hear that. And that's cool. That's what I'm saying. These camps might want to shut the fuck up. KO, why is Coach Cal telling my brother Marco, why would we want the Shakur fight? Huh? Nobody want to see that. Shakur's not going to stand there and let us do what we do. KO, I know you saw that. I played it on my channel 1,000,000 times. I know you saw it. What's that? He's not going to stand there and let us do what we do? Huh? Wait a minute, Coach Cal, you can't train your product to match and overcome a style? Huh? Coach Cal said that, KO. I didn't say that. He said that. I know you saw the clip. And when I heard him say that, I facepalmed so hard it sounded like a gunshot. I said, why did he say that out loud? You just openly admitted that you have no faith that Tank's style would be enough to beat to beat Shakur. KO, I didn't say Frank was drained. Tank said he was drained. Take it up with him. You know his people. Call him. Call him. He said it. He shouldn't have said that. His words, not mine. I wasn't talking about draining or nothing. Tank said that. So do you want us to believe him or not? He said that. He said, you look drained. I said, uh-oh. I got right on the phone. And it was confirmed. I said, damn. So since he said he looks drained, I'm going with what Tank said. Fair enough? He said that. I didn't say it. I'm not making this up. KO, Tank said that. Tank said that. I didn't say it. He said it. You know he said it. You heard him say it. Everyone said it. I'm not going to disregard it. He said it. But never mind that. I'm not talking about Frank Martin. I'm talking about why he didn't punch Teofimo Lopez in the face. Let's stay on topic. Knockout, I'm not talking about Devin and Regis. Stay on topic, brother. Why the hell was Teofimo running around collecting belts at 135 and Tank was there the whole time? The only thing I could think of is that Tank knows that this racist dude would obliterate him in the ring. And it was a bad style matchup. He moved too much. And guess what? Tio could punch. Knockout, you bringing up Regis. Okay, you want to move the goalpost? Let's move the goalpost. Regis, why is it that Tank didn't go up to fight Regis, who called his name, to 140 to fight Regis, and instead he fight Mauro Barrios? Why did he do that? Why did he do that? Why did he do that? You brought up Regis. You brought up Regis. I didn't bring him up. You did. Guess what? That's another guy he could have fought. And Regis said his name. Did Tank respond? Did I miss it? Akando, salam alaikum, brother. Razor, what up? Now, I ain't kill no argument. You moving the goalposts. Listen, man, I know you're a Tank maniac. I get it. I know you Tank, but you see the title of my show. You see the title of my show. And you're talking about Devin and Regis and Wait and all this other stuff. No, irrelevant. I wanted Tank to punch this dude and knock his fangs out his face, and he didn't do it. I'm asking why. Why didn't he do it? That's my question. 135, Teofimo can say I was unified. He was running around saying he was undisputed. And watch this. If some way Loma was able to get away from Devin without a franchise status, he's still the WBC champion. And if he had fought Teofimo Lopez really would have been undisputed. The whole time, Tank was there. My question is, why didn't Tank punch this dude in the face? Why did he punch this guy in the face? Could it be the same reason why he called him a monkey and he hasn't even clapped back at this dude? What is going on? What's happening here? I don't know why you're still talking about Devin and Frank Martin. I have no idea. I'm asking the question. Knockout. Why didn't Tank punch this nigga in his face? I'm asking. That's what I'm on right now. You could talk about anything else. I'm asking this question right here. Why didn't Tank stop this racist kid? I suspect it's the same reason why this kid called him a monkey, wanting a banana, and called for the smoke. And Tank hasn't said anything. Tank is online beefing with everybody else, but responding to him. He got online and violated Clarissa Shields. He's online beefing with Edgar Berlanga. But he's not clapping back at Teofimo Lopez. Knockout, please explain. What's going on here? What do you mean? Listen, Tank. Tank said you look drained. He told Frank to his face. That was a shocker. I wasn't even thinking about that until what? Tank said it. So since he said it, when he said it, I made a phone call. And I'm telling you, it was confirmed. And I said, oh, well, Tank signed the fight. It is what it is. Big Joe Townsend, Rico Sabo, salute. I said, it is what it is. And he was in the fight until he wasn't. He's a grown man. He made a decision, right? Right. End of. But the drain talk wouldn't even be a conversation unless what? Tank didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. But he said it. Tank said it. KO, you do realize it's only a topic because he said so, right? You do realize, just like Coach Cal, oh, why would we fight Shakur if he's not going to stand there and let us do what we do? He said that. KO, have you ever responded to that? Did you ever try and clean up what Cal said? I didn't like it when I heard it. What the hell was that? But never mind. Never mind. I'm asking, why hasn't he responded to Teofimo Lopez? Why did he punch this dude in the face at 135? Why did he allow this kid to run around and collect belts? He never said this dude's name, and now I don't care what he's going through in reference to contracts. He done called him a monkey and called him out his name. Tank can't even get on Twitter and says, when we work out this thing, when you work out this contract, I'm going to bust your ass. He's not even saying that. But he got smoke for Edgar Berlanga. He got smoke for Clarissa Shields. He got smoke for Devin Haney, he's not even talking to this dude. The Teofimo Lopez is sitting right there with a belt. Teofimo Lopez, a couple of years ago, was running around 135 with 3 belts. Tank ain't do anything. So I'm asking, why? Oh, wait, I'm glad you said that. I keep telling you, please don't move the goalposts. You can't word salad me, brother. He says, Devin said Regis was trash and a bum. Is Regis a bum or a C-level fighter? If not, explain the difference between the two. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to entertain this, all right? But I'm going to get on to the topic. Okay, Regis, after Devin bust his ass, said, man, he's just better than I thought. Did he not say that? That's number one. Number two, I didn't say that Regis is a C-level fighter. But guess what? Regis called out Tank. Tank went to 140 and did what? Fought Mario Barrios. And Regis was calling him out his name for a good long time. Did he not? So, brother, you got to tell me. Regis was saying Tank's name, calling him out his name crazy. He did. Just like he was talking about Devin, he was talking about Tank. Tank never even said anything to the dude. If he did, I missed it. But how could I believe what you say when I see what you do? Because he went to 140, didn't fight Regis. True or not? He went to 140, didn't fight Josh Taylor. But you know who went to 140 and blew Josh Taylor out the water? Teofimo Lopez. Uh-oh. So let's get back to Teofimo Lopez, good brother. Please. This is why I want to stay on topic. This is why. Do you understand? At one time, I supported these two idiots. Because I don't like either of them. But we're talking boxing, right? And I'm just wondering, hey, wait a minute. Why didn't Tank punch this dude in the face? Huh? Y'all hating on Devin. Devin ran around, all the names I mentioned, he ran around trying to fight it, with the exception of Josh Taylor, because Teo done beat him already. Devin run around trying to fight all these guys that I'm talking about. But I know, y'all don't want to give him no credit. That's fine. But keep it here. Why didn't Tank stop this dude? Y'all remember Fang Face, the cartoon? How many of y'all are my age? Y'all remember Fang Face? That's Teofimo Lopez. Why didn't Tank just knock his teeth down his throat? He says, Devin, let me put that up. He says, you're proving my point. Devin called Regis trash, but you don't. Okay, do you believe in trash talk? Do you believe in trash talk? Do you believe in trash talk? He says, Tank said Frank was drained. You use his words to diminish his win. You say Frank was drained because Tank said so. No, did you miss the part where I said I made a phone call? You say now we can move on. No, we can move on. Because you missed the part when I said I made a phone call after the weigh-in. And it was confirmed. Yeah, he's drained. He looked drained to me. You missed that part, did you, Knockout? Brother, you got to slow down to speed up. You got to slow down to speed up, brother. You missed the part when I said I made a phone call. When Tank said that, I said, uh-oh. I picked up my phone and I called someone. And I said, how Frank looking? He said, yo, I ain't gonna front. He did look drained. I said, word? He said, yeah. I said, damn. Well, nothing you can do about it now. You missed that part, KO. Did you miss that part? Okay, you missed it. You missed that part. I'm waiting for you to ask me who I called. I'm waiting for you to ask me who I called. I'll give you a hint. He's been on the show before. That's all I'm going to tell you. But I wouldn't even made that call. It wouldn't even been the thought. I wouldn't even gave it a second thought because you know what? That was a solid win. Had I not heard that. How did I hear it? Tank said it. If Tank hadn't said it, I wouldn't have made the call. Tank said it. I made the call. It was confirmed. You didn't hear me say that, KO? I said it like 5 times. I said it. My response was, oh, well, nothing he can do about it now. What's he going to do, not fight? Well, what can I do? I can't do nothing. He got to perform. And he was in the fight until he wasn't in the fight. So he discredited himself. Why is the face of boxing running around saying, yo, you drained? The same reason why the face of boxing wants to fight El Rayo at a catch weight. Why? He was already at 140. Man, I'm not doing this, bro. Keep it on Teofimo Lopez, please. Why didn't the face of boxing just knock this dude's teeth down his throat? Something I would applaud that. No. KO, ain't no one making excuses for Frank. This was directly after the weigh-in, brother. This wasn't after the fight. It was after the weigh-in. That's when I made a call. The dude ain't called me, I called him. The dude ain't called me, I called him. One more time. Dude didn't call me, I called him. And I said, yo, listen. I just heard Tank say da-da-da-da. He said, yeah. I said, word? He said, yeah, he did look drained, but, you know, you're going to, drink some Pedialyte and see what happens. I said, oh, man, that's fucked up. He can't be like that with Tank. Tank going to get him. He said, yo, man, I said, well, we got to make it do what it do. That's what I said. KR, are you listening? This wasn't after the fight. How are you making excuses at a goddamn weigh-in? What are you talking about, dude? You know that doesn't make any sense, KO? How are you making excuses at a weigh? Did you not hear me say? I made a call after the weigh-in, not after the fight. First you breeze over. This is interesting. First you breeze over when I said I spoke to someone in the camp. And then you ignore when I said it was after the weigh-in, not after the fight. I don't care what happens. It is what it is at that point. I would have made the call had Tank not opened his mouth. I wouldn't say Tank is also ducking Shakur had Coach Kyle not said what he said. Yeah, Knockout, we might want to just still stay on T.O. We might want to do that. Because this is not safe. Because every time I turn around, he's draining people. Did he not try and drain El Rayo? Yes. Yes. He tried to. Huh? Now, Frank Martin fights at a contracted weight, true, but he said he looked drained. I said, man, why is he saying this shit out loud? Keep it to yourself. That's my point. Keep it to yourself. These criminals be telling on themselves. Knockout. Take the Roach talk to your channel. I'm not even talking about that. What I can tell you is he's bringing Roach up from a lower weight class. Bottom line. Bottom line. That's it. That's ridiculous. Watch this, chat. Let me ask y'all, chat. And this is why I need to keep it on Teofimo Lopez. Watch this. Lamont Roach or Shakur? Let me know in the chat. I'll wait. Lamont Roach or Shakur? And while my brother KO tells me the business reasons, as to why the Shakur fight can't happen. While our brother tells me the reasons why it can't happen, I'll just say this. Like I told the brother in the chat earlier, money talks and bunny shit takes a hop. No, KO, you're not being disrespectful. You're not being disrespectful. We're having a conversation. It's cool. Now, we could do a show, Knockout. We could do a show. It's cool. David the Real says all this because of Haney. I have no clue what you're talking about. I know what you're trying to do, but this has nothing to do. I'm asking a simple question. Why didn't Tank knock Teofimo's fangs down his throat? That's all I'm asking. No, it's cool. It's cool, KO. I know how you get down. It's cool, bro. It's cool. We just having a conversation. That's all. Everybody, look, man. Look, I keep it simple here. I don't like to word salad people, and I don't like to make things more technical than what it needs to be, because that gives me a headache. Look, man. Teofimo Lopez was walking around with a big mouth. KO, you remember this? Let me play this for you. Do you remember this? Here's that. This is Teofimo Lopez back in 2018.
Hey, Devin Haney made a comment, trying to make whatever it is. But at the end of the day, Devin, you don't know. The WBC is not going to have you, even if you do the competition, they're not going to have you fight for the title. You can get mad at everything. I'm fighting for the title after this fight for the IBF. And then after that, me and Loma for all four. And where are you? You're not going to get a shot, bro. And you don't know that, but we do. And that's what we did. I'm not going to fight more fights. So it is what it is, man. Talk what you got to talk, my dude. But at the end of the day, you're not becoming a world champion at 135.
Teofimo Lopez revealed that the WBC and the WBA were in cahoots to freeze him out. There was no mention of Tank Davis. And all I'm saying is Tank Davis, backed by Floyd and Ellaby, he could have swooped in and threw money at this snaggletooth son of a bitch, this racist dude, and could have knocked his teeth down his throat. And the only thing I can think of why that hasn't happened is, and the only reason why I'm thinking of this now is because now he done called Tank out his name. Now, with the business thing being what it is, and he's locked up in the contract. Look, man, I don't get into that purposely. I don't get into that. But what I'm saying is, Tank is known for getting on Twitter and being very disrespectful. He can't at least fire shots back at this dude. What's going on? And I said, wait a minute. Maybe he's not firing shots at him because he knows he can't beat him in a fisticuffs. It could sell because Tank a star. It could sell. So this is the second fighter that I wanted Tank to obliterate, and he hasn't done it. Why? And now this dude's calling you a monkey. You're not even on social media. You got smoke for all your brothers, Muslims included. And you're going to let this snaggletooth racist piece of crap talk crazy about you? You're not going to say anything? That gives me reasonable cause to believe that Teofimo Lopez obliterates Tank Davis in a boxing match. And all I'm saying is prove me wrong. How do you prove me wrong? Get in the ring, man. But he hasn't done it at 135, and he's at 140 with a belt. He's not doing it now. He done called him out his name. He's not saying anything. What am I supposed to believe? The real OG, Mr. Mont, in that super chat, much love, he said, I think Tank wrecks Tio, but as a black man, I can't get past Tank aligning himself with one racist and completely ignoring the personal attack of another. For me to ignore that taps into my integrity. I completely feel you, bro. I completely feel you. And this is a nightmare. I want Tio gone. I wanted Lomachenko gone like 5 years ago. When you don't handle your business, it comes back to haunt you. Do y'all know, y'all ever had y'all ever got sick, went to the doctor, and the doctor gives you antibiotics. He gives you those big horse pills, right? He gives you antibiotics, and it's like 9 pills or whatever. And what does the doctor tell you? Finish it. Because you're going to take 2 pills, and you're going to feel okay. But you know what? You didn't kill what's making you sick. So it comes back stronger. Tank he didn't take all his medicine. He was supposed to get rid of Lomachenko. He was supposed to get rid of Teofimo. He was supposed to stop all of that before it got going. Guess what? Instead of fighting Shakur, you know what he told Shakur to do? He told Shakur, go fight Edwin De Los Santos again, and then I'll consider fighting you. I'm supposed to believe what you say after Coach Cal said, why would we want that fight? He's not going to stand there and let us do what we do. I'm supposed to believe that? When you can fight Tank, you can fight Shakur right now for unification. And I'm just sitting there like, what's happening? I swear to God, in the 80s, I never seen anything like this. The illest thing I saw in the 90s was Bo throwing the belt in the trash. And that was blasphemous. 35 years later, Riddick said, yeah, I should have fought Lennox. Yeah, you think? And guess what? I thought that version of Riddick Bowe could have beat that version of Lennox Lewis. That was Lennox before he grew the dreads. Lennox got better after that. He had the knockout loss, and then he got with Emmanuel Stewart, and he got the win back, and he got better after that. But that Lennox Lewis with the flat top, I think Bo would have got him. But we had more faith in Bo than Bo had himself. You see what I'm saying? Now I can say all day, man, Bo would have knocked Lennox Lewis sideways, but you know what? What did he do? He threw the belt in the garbage. Now how can we defend that? As American fans, the UK will forever have that over us. Bo threw the belt in the trash. He did. He should have fought Lennox. He should have. So I can sit here and say, oh, I think Bo would have washed him. I believe that, but Bo didn't believe it. He threw the belt in the garbage. All the business in the world shouldn't have he shouldn't have dropped it. He shouldn't have went to that. My opinion. KO in that super chat, much love. He says, let me show my level of disrespect by showing my support. How about it, y'all? Do the same instead of crying. Look, this isn't an argument. It's a disagreement. He's not in here cursing, and he's not even in here doing what Press does. Where's Press, by the way? Did I chase him off? Did I chase him off? Yeah, what up? What up? But Knockout's not even in here doing what Press does. He's not in here doing what Victor does. He's not in here, you know, I don't know where Darnell Shape is. I mean, some Tank fans, they get mad at me and they leave. And listen, it's all good. You support Tank, you can support Tank, it's fine. I'm very, 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 very clear as to why I don't support Tank. And the majority of it has nothing to do with boxing. I'm very, John Yankee, salute. You know? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm very clear. What turned me off from Tank had nothing to do with what he did in the ring or didn't do. It was his behavior outside of the ring. And anyone who follows my channel knows that. I can't, me being a black man who's very friendly with Muslims, once upon a time I was. I was very young. So I understand the religion. And there's things that I know. And there's things that the way he's behaving is straight out blasphemous. Mansa Musa, my brother, salute. If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. Didn't I say I was a Tank Davis supporter at one point? Hell, I was a Canelo Alvarez supporter. Listen, Thomas will tell you, when Canelo first signed to fight Golovkin, they had a presser at the theater in Madison Square Garden. I was waving the Mexican flag. Ask him. A big old Mexican flag. There's some Mexicans that walked through there. I'm taller than all of them. I said, give me your flag. And I was waving it. They was like, hey! It looked like a big old soccer audience. God there low. God up. That was me. And then I found out he popped. And then he lied about popping. And then he played in our face with, oh, I ate a whole cow. I said, man, I can't do this. I can't support this dude. I can't. I can't do it. I feel about Tank the same way. I can't support this dude. Thank you. That's the word, y'all. Haram. Do y'all know what that is? Haram? Do you know what it is? Just look it up. Him converting to the Islamic faith was a sucker play to get out of jail and get that ankle bracelet off his damn leg. It was a play. You convert to Islam, you buy the block. Hey, judge, look, I'm a changed man. Could you take this shit off now? What happened to Abdul Wahid? Where's that guy? Turk al-Sheikh, hey, man, come punch Devin in the face for $50 million. He says, send me 2 Ferraris. That's how you talk to your Muslim brother? Very disrespectful. So you had disrespectful smoke for Turk al-Sheikh, who's trying to put money in your pocket? But you have nothing to say to Teofimo Lopez? What? Please, man, stop. And then I do a recount of all this stuff. I say, wait a minute, I wanted to punch Loma in the face, didn't do it. I wanted to punch Loma in the face, didn't do it. He didn't do that. Okay, I'll let that go. You know how bad it is? Teofimo Lopez had to do it. And then Devin had to do it. And then when Devin did it, y'all fucked around, ran around, say he really lost. Devin goes up to 140 and fights Regis Prograis, beats his ass. But mind you, Regis was talking the equal amount of trash to Tank, and Tank didn't do anything. Huh? Wait a minute.
What?
Stop me when I'm lying. Now the latest fiasco. Well, I'm sorry. Wait. Then it was the Turk out of Sheik thing, somewhere in between there. And the latest fiasco is this snaggletooth racist calling him a monkey. And Tank hasn't said anything.
What?
What's going on? And the only thing I could think of is that Tank ain't beefing with people that can give him legit smoke in the ring. I'm gonna throw y'all a little gem right now. Well, not so much a gem, but some food for thought. Watch this, y'all. And I'm just asking a question. Lamont Roach or Sandor Martin?
Whoa! What the that's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo.
I'm just asking. Now, I don't know what Sandor Martin got lined up. I don't know the business behind it. I'm just asking. Because last I checked, the A side makes the call. I would have rather him fight Sandor Martin. Do you know why? To me, Sandor Martin would be a better challenge than Lamont Roach. To me. And I'm not disrespecting Lamont Roach. This is a major payday for him, and there's always a chance it's boxing he could land something. But nobody sees him winning this fight. We know how this fight ends, but what about Sandor Martin? You know Sandor Martin? That styled on Teofimo Lopez? That we said pretty much got jerked, got robbed? That guy? I'm asking. Anyone? Come on now. He's pulling Lamont Roach up from a lighter weight class. But every time I turn around, the haters are calling Devin Haney a weight bully. Huh? Yeah, thank you, Tone. Sent Mikey Garcia into retirement, all that stuff. Yeah, Diana, everyone would accept it. I would rather that. If he said, yo, we got Sandor Martin, I'd have been like, that's cool. That's cool. But Lamont Roach from 130? But Devin's a weight bully? You can't fight Sandor Martin? You tried to drain El Rayo and then say, hey, there's no belt on the line. Let's just fight. What? Why was you trying to rematch Isaac Cruz any goddamn way, who was also at 140? Huh? Teofimo Lopez beats this guy. He beats him. It's my opinion, and I know it's the sexy thing to say that, Teofimo, and I respect what stylistically what my brother KG had to say. I get it. But Tank's not a mover like that. The most you've seen him move is when Isaac Cruz is chasing him all around the ring. But Isak didn't show that he could cut off a ring, and anybody with good head movement could get out the way of Isak's punches. As soon as Isak got in the ring with someone with good head movement, you saw that he was a one-dimensional fighter. That's it. That's it. He's a one-dimensional fighter. He's a one-trick pony. Is anyone calling Isak Cruz a one-trick pony? Anybody? He was a co-main event on the Bud and Errol undercard, and I watched him, and he fought Freddie Roach's guy. I always forget that guy's name. He just lost, by the way. But I thought he beat Isak, and I'm watching it like, damn. He got that stick in his forehead. And I said, they're going to give it to Isak, but yo, cat's out the bag, bro. He's a one-trick pony. I'm happy for him. I'm happy he's getting paid. Giovanni, that's the guy. So all of you that believe that Tio would lose to Tank, it's the sexy thing to say. Giovanni Cabrera, that's him. I thought he beat Isak Cruz. Y'all can go watch it. I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere. I was there. I was like, nah, Isak ain't it. His 2 seconds of funk is up. I'm happy he's able to feed his children. He probably touched a couple of mil. Hopefully he has the right people around him to organize his finances, and he puts himself in a position where he ain't got to fight no more after a couple of years. I'm happy for him. He has a great story, but in the ring, cat's out the bag, man. All Tank did was beat him with one hand and just showed head movement and footwork. But what happens? Damn, my knee is killing me. What happens when Tank is on the back foot? What happens when Tank can't cut off the damn ring? What happens when Tank can't close the distance? Y'all want to see this fight? I would love to. I want to see Tio get his teeth knocked out. I'm trying to figure out why the hell Tank can't do it. Do it. So Teofimo Lopez is another guy. Look, man. Listen, you know what's crazy? Loma purposely and out loud ducked Tank. He did. He absolutely did. You clowns got more smoke for Devin Haney and everything he does than for Lomachenko ducking Tank out loud. Do y'all realize that? You know how ridiculous that is? Jermaine 419, he says, why the hate for Tank so heavy on here? Did you hear a word I said? Wait, don't block him. Let's see the power of the Tank fans, because they prove my point habitually. Did you hear a word I say? Do you hear a word? Did you hear anything that I said? I just explained why I don't rock with Tank anymore. And this kid comes in here and says that. I just explained it. This is what happens when you're late for class. You come in and you disrupt everything. You catch the tail end of a conversation. You think you know what's going on. David Tissane says, bruh, drop the link tomorrow and let's debate. Tank Davis beats T.O., Devin, Shakur. No, I'm not talking to you. Number one, dude, I don't know you. And number two, I don't know what's going on in your picture, but that's a little strange. But no. See, here's what you don't understand, David. I don't run that kind of show. I've done it a couple of times, but I don't run that kind of show. Everything that you said in this comment right here, everything that you said, it's all opinion. It's all opinion. Right? I don't care how you feel if you think that Tank. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy here? You said T.O., Devin, Shakur. Stop right there. There's 3 names that he's never fought. Oh, I'm sorry, Kambosos. And he didn't fight Jermaine Ortiz. He didn't fight these guys. So everything you say is your opinion. That's your opinion. But how do we find out? Tank the A side got a call for these fights. That's my point. Now, before you jump off all over the place, what's your name? David. You ain't gotta type in caps. I hear you. Before you jump out the window, David. Yeah, Jermaine, rewind the live. I was very clear. And I'm clear every day about why, when I talk about Tank, why I don't like him. I'm very clear. And I also was very clear when I say a majority of why I don't like Tank has nothing to do with boxing. It's how he conducts himself as a person. And then while you're at it, Jermaine, look up haram. It's an Islamic term. Now, back to this brother David. The A side got a call for these fights. You see the title of the show. The reason why I'm saying this, I spent all show pointing out why I'm saying this. Now I'm going to speed it up for you. David. Yeah, I'm sticking to the topic. Yeah. Prove me wrong. He was at 135, went belt collecting. Tank didn't do anything. He didn't do anything when I wanted him to. Now he's at 140 with a belt, nothing lined up. Tank's still not doing anything. And then when he was asked by that brother Broadway, Terrence Crawford and Tank Davis, who you want? He said, whichever monkey wants to get the banana, and then laughed about it and doubled and tripled down on it. And then doubled down on it on Saturday at the Garden, as per my buddy that was there. So my question is, why can't he punch this dude in the face? Why can't he even respond on Twitter? Tank got smoked for everybody else. He's on Twitter beefing with Edgar Berlanga. That's a fight that'll never happen. You're beefing with Clarissa Shields, another fight that'll never happen. But this dude called you a monkey, wants to say the word nigga, and he sides with Ryan Garcia. Hey, Dave. He sides with Ryan Garcia? Huh? Is there a connection here? Do you understand the show? Really? Teofimo Lopez wants to say the word nigga. Okay, Ryan Garcia went on a racist tirade. Now he's insulting black women. And where's Tank on Twitter now? Dave, where's Tank on Twitter? He can't even respond. Let's say Teofimo's caught up in business and he can't fight Tank right now. He can't even respond to him on Twitter. This is why I don't understand you Tank fans. This is why I don't understand you Tank fans. Y'all can look past all of this shit. This right here. Y'all will never understand how degrading and deflating, how annoying and enraging, boss, this picture is. And y'all don't see no problem with it. No problem. But Tio can call you a monkey. And he wants to say nigga, and y'all don't say anything. But y'all so quick to jump in my chat and want to debate me. Debate this. David, your thoughts on Ryan Garcia's and Teofimo Lopez racist outbursts. Your thoughts. Don't say anything else but respond to that, David. The brother Stranginess says Turkey out of sheet can make it happen. No, he can't, brother. He can't. You know why? He offered Tank Davis $50 million to fight Devin Haney, and he refused. Now I'll say this: if Turk says, "Hey Tank, I got $50 million for Teofimo Lopez," and told Teofimo Lopez, "I got $30 million for you," I bet you Teofimo Lopez takes that fight, and Tank doesn't. Prove me wrong. David, you still here? And I'm not coming at you. I'm just asking. I want to see what kind of supporter you are. I need to see what kind of supporter of the sport you are. Because if you're a Tank fan, I get it. But if you're a supporter of boxing, I'm asking you a question. If you're a black man, as per that picture. So I'm asking you, David. Let me go back to your comment. It's up here. You said let's stick to the topic. Cool. I ask you a question, good brother. David Tisane. Your thoughts. Because this is all relevant. This is all relevant. Your thoughts on Teofimo Lopez wanting to say the word nigger and calling Tank a monkey. Tank fans are so quick to swoop in and try and come for me when I'm calling Tank out on his garbage. When I ask you, first of all, I always say, the reason why I don't fuck with Tank anymore is because of his behavior. A lot of it has nothing to do with boxing. Some of it does. But most of it is his behavior and how he conducts himself as a quote-unquote black man. David, you was just typing in caps, typing paragraph. I asked you a question, good brother. I'm going to give you a little more time. You said, let's stick to the topic. You said T.O. beats Tank and we should prove you wrong. Right, so now I'm sticking to the topic. Because everything I'm asking you is very relevant. Because everything that Ryan has said, T.O. has co-signed, and don't look now. T.O.'s now training with Canelo Alvarez off of the nigger comments and all of that stuff, right? Right? But brother David, you're a black man, right? You ready to come in here and shoot up the joint because I'm calling Tank out on his garbage. But Teofimo is in the pocket with Ryan, and both of them are in the pocket with Canelo, whom everyone says Canelo's the face of boxing over Tank, but Canelo's the cheater, and he's also ducking fights. But y'all are in here trying to fuss with me, David. You want to debate me, David. Huh? Straining says everyone's got a price, right? Yeah. The price was $50 million. And Tank said no. Canelo said, I want 150 to 200 million to fight David Benavidez. Why, Canelo? Because David Benavidez, all he has to add is an additional 20 to 25 pounds on fight night. Well, when he fought Edgar Berlanga, the fight was at 168 super middleweight. Edgar Berlanga rehydrated to an awesome 193 pounds. David Benavidez, who had to move up in weight, fought at 175. He rehydrated, get this, he rehydrated to 189 pounds. He was lighter than Edgar Berlanga on fight night, and he was fighting at a heavier weight class. Is anybody, David or all these tankaholics that be in my chat, is anyone just stopping the Tank nonsense and saying, wait, what's going on with Canelo? Why are you ducking? Did I lie just now? Did I point out a National Geographic fact? Where's David, bro? Why is it they want to ask Tank fans about Teofimo and his racist tirade and Ryan Garcia and that weird connection and his handshake? These niggas disappear. Why? So quick to tell me what Tank beats and who he beats. Meanwhile, he ain't fight none of them. But when I talk to y'all about the racist outbursts by these racist Latin people, they disappear. Why? Right, Acondo, they bring up Devin's name. Why? Oh my God, man. I'll never be ashamed to be black. But I bang on my chest proudly to say I'm not a nigger. And you niggas make me sick. OG Mr. Mart back in that super chat, he said, I gotta remind you, Drew, these youngsters feel no connection to their ancestors, so racism does not bother them. Exactly. Exactly that. He ain't talking to me. I mean, he said it, but he ain't mean me. Who did he mean? Did he mean your father? Your uncle? Who did he mean? Point out the niggas he was talking about. Because when Tio Sr. said it in Keyshawn Davis' presence, what happened? They whooped his ass. They stood on business right there. And Tio sat next to him at a presser and bitched up. I ain't got no beef with you, man. That sound like one mofo I know. They ain't never said that to me. What's funny is, I ain't even gonna go there, bro. He was super thug on the phone, got me on the phone when he said someone was talking crazy about him, put that dumb ass on the phone with the person, and he said, I ain't got no problem with you. Sucker. You sucker. Stringing this, I agree with you. It's a shame. It's a shame, bro. It's a shame that this is boxing. It's a shame. I swear to God, I didn't go through this in the 90s and in the 80s. I didn't go through this. What happened to the best fighting the best? What happened to... How the hell are we bad guys? You know what I'm saying? And I agree with you, Stringing this. How the hell are we bad? How are we bad guys for asking these guys to do their job? I used to have fun with this. Oh, man, he's good. Yo, I want to see Tank versus Loma. I think he beats him. Fight don't happen. Oh, man, I think he beats Teofimo. Fight don't happen. Now if Tio done collected belts, he could say he was unified at 135. Now he's calling him a monkey and he's a belt holder. You go to El Rayo instead of, you know what, I'm done, bro. But y'all seen it firsthand, the dysfunction in the black community. I'm calling it out. If you're not black, welcome. I ain't got no problem calling out the monkey kung fu. Shout out to Kentucky Fried Chicken. You train them well. You train them well. By the way, get the book. Things Fall Apart. Get the book. Get the book. You understand? Let me turn my camera on for this. To all of the Tank fans, has Dave commented yet? No, of course he hasn't. But he wants to debate me tomorrow over this. But when I asked him, your thoughts on the racist outbursts by Teofimo Lopez, who's connected to Ryan Garcia, whom both are connected to Canelo, they disappear. Didn't press come up in here and say, it's no concern of mine? Great, got it. Pick up this book. If you want to get it, let me know. The Willie Lynch Letter and the Making of a Slave. All right, pick this up. It's a short read. You know, I know the Baltimore education system is on its hands and knees right now. You can go back and screenshot this. You can order it yourself. Okay, there it is. All right, there's no excuse. Ignorance is a choice at this point. All right, pick this up. It's a short read. Get some knowledge yourself and know. You see, I'm glad we have these conversations because I need to know where all of you monkeys are so I can frickin' avoid you. You're not me. You can never be. And if you're my age thinking like this, I don't know what to tell you. Go to those other channels to get that feel good, because I'm going to keep it 100% here the whole time. Hey, Tank fans, y'all don't feel no kind of way about what Teofimo Lopez, said about Tank, monkey getting a banana?
No!
Is it because you are a,
Monkey!
Got it. And this brother Dave still hasn't commented. This is hilarious, bro. Was I not polite to him? See what I mean? You see what I mean? He came in here and got all mad, all shooting up the room. Pow, 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 pow. Wild, Wild West. Pow, 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 pow. I drop the link tomorrow. We could debate. The Tank beats all these guys. He names 4 guys he ain't fight. Devin, Shakur. Who else he said? Devin, Shakur, Kambosos, and Tio. Around the way, Jay says, chill, I'm from Baltimore. Let me ask you a question, Around the way, Jay. Am I lying about the Baltimore educational system? Did y'all not make the news over there? It's concerning. You know why? Because I only seen black kids in the school. You think I want these young brothers and sisters walking around with lack of education? That's all we got. The Baltimore educational system is failing. And then I'm looking at Tank and his fans and everyone talking about be more, we come from nothing. And I'm saying, no, black people shouldn't be talking like that. Stop with the we come from nothing. I don't have that problem. And I'm born in Harlem, raised in the Bronx. My family's middle class. We weren't like roaches all over. No. I ain't come from that. I don't identify with that. Stop saying that. So Around the way, Jay, am I lying about what's going on with the Baltimore educational system? Do I need to pull it up? It was alarming. I said, damn. But they'll get in my chat and argue me down about Tank, though. Less Tank, more learning. More learning. God damn. God damn. That's disturbing. I'm really not clowning Baltimore. It's disturbing. When I hear about a black neighborhood that's messed up, that's disturbing. It's 2024. Our neighborhoods could be just as safe as anybody else. The projects ain't got to look the way it's looking. We could pick up after ourselves. We could curb our dogs. We could spray the hallway so they smell nice. Brothers and sisters, if you're gonna stand on the corner, you can make sure that the women that are coming home from work late at night, you can make sure that they get home safe. You can not sell drugs in your neighborhood, all of that stuff. Accountability, hello. Are we men, or are we gonna behave like modern women? Because you know that's modern women's kryptonite, accountability. Everything I just said, did I lie? Does it start with us? Look, I understand being institutionalized and systematic racism. I get it. But it comes a point in time where you got to start somewhere. First thing you got to do is start with language. He said, no. He said, that's why my children go to Monterey. Okay, so you are acknowledging that there's a problem in the Baltimore educational schools. And when I look at it on the news and all I see is black teachers giving up, thank you, because I'm not lying. So there's a problem. I'm not making fun of it, because I don't see nothing but my people going through this. I don't see white people talking about all schools messed up. No. I don't see white people talking about I come from nothing. You don't see Caleb Plant saying, man, I come from a trailer park and my mama got shot by cops. Those two things I just said is true. Well, the trailer park, Caleb Plant didn't grow up rich, and his mama was killed by police, and one of his children died. He got a bunch he could be talking about. He just gets in there and fights. And he's married to a black woman. So by everything that I described to you, Caleb Plant should be the illest nigga in boxing. I don't see him complaining. I don't see him putting his misfortunes on the pedestal. I just see him getting there and fighting. He can cry about it later. You know why? We're men. We ain't got time to cry. We can cry on our own time, but you know what? The world, they're not sympathetic towards us. We got to get the job done. If you're a family man and your household fails, it's your fault. You and your wife could work, but if it fails, it's your fault. Why? We're the leaders. I don't care what these chicks say. Man, that's a little pep talk for y'all, but it is what it is, man. Village brother, And that super chat, much love and appreciation. He said, your lineage does not start at slavery. All this doo-doo is due to lack of knowledge and self-love. Exactly. Just because you might be the direct descendant of slaves, that's not where your history starts. That's a small portion of it. You come from greatness. That's why they don't want to teach that. Notice how they say, we don't want to talk about slavery no more in the school systems. But at the same time, they don't want to teach you African history. They're not offering, hey, maybe we don't want to talk about slavery. Maybe we should talk about the great tribes of Africa. They're not even offering that. They don't want to talk about slavery, but they don't want to teach you or attempt to teach you or allow you a platform to learn about who you are and where you came from. Notice that? Are y'all awake or what? What? So when I see niggas ready to jump over here and debate me over Tank, but have nothing to say about the racist outbursts, Dave still hasn't responded. These Tank fans prove me correct every day. Every day. And that's why I don't like the kid. And that's why I don't deal with his fans. Because all of them, to be ignorant is a choice. Selling drugs in your neighborhood is a choice. Selling guns in your neighborhood is a choice. Not curbing your shitty dog is a choice. Your neighborhood tore down in shambles, that's a choice. Staying where you are in life, a bit of that, a large portion of that is your choice. You niggas from Baltimore, and if you fit the bill, you fit the bill. We come from nothing. We can stop saying that. Your father impregnated your mom. I don't know what they got going on, but you got the same opportunities that your neighbor. You could have went to school. Maybe you gifted with some athletic ability. You have choices. It's a clean. You chose not to go to school. You chose not to further your education. You chose to have premarital sex and make babies all over. Your choice. I say that for the girls and the boys. And that's why Tank fans don't like me. Because everything I just said, their father ain't tell them. And their mama didn't care. Where's the lie? Every time I get to your thoughts on the racist outburst, I either get deflection or they disappear. Where's Victor? Where's Darnell Schaefer? Where's his buddy EJ? Where's Press this morning? KO was here, but we was talking boxing. But when I asked KO about the racist outburst, what did he do? He brought up Bill. And the two don't match. Y'all know that. That doesn't match. So when they walk, and there was another Tank fan in here, Jermaine. Okay, I told him, replay game, rewind it. I don't fuck with Tank because of how he behaves and what he represents. As soon as I get to the racial thing, which is still fresh, they disappear. They so quick to come in here, I'll debate you. No, you don't. You don't want to do that. You will get body bagged on another level. I can do exactly what BFTB does. I used to do it for a living. I just don't do it because it goes nowhere. My show will be dragged on for hours. I'm not doing that. Our brother BF, he loves that. That's just not my thing. Reef, salute. That's just not my thing. I've done it a couple of times. It's just not my thing. This is my opinion. But what do I know? My opinions are supported by facts. Ladies and gentlemen, have I lied one time during the stream? The question, well, the statement in my show is supported. The statement in my show is an opinion supported by the facts. Because what do we know? This motherfucker, Tank, never punched T.O. in the face. He didn't do it at 135. He ain't doing it at 140. I don't care. You can tell me the business ain't right or whatever. I don't want to hear that. He didn't even respond to him on Twitter. And he done responded to, he done talked about Devin crazy. He done went back and forth with Elijah Pierce. He done violated Clarissa Shields, but Ryan just violated our Black Queens the other day. Tank ain't say nothing. Teofimo calls him a monkey who wants a banana. Tank didn't say anything. You don't want to punch those guys in the face? You beefing with Edgar Berlanga? That fight will never happen. A Teofimo fight can happen sometime in the future. He checks all the marks, or does he? He checks all the boxes, or does he? Does he check all the boxes? Latin could sell seats with Latins rather than black fighters. But wait, he moved too much. Didn't Bill say? How many of y'all heard Bill say, Teo fights like a brother? How many of y'all heard him say that? And I thought about it. I said, you know what? It's kind of true. If you disagree, that's fine, but go watch the Josh Taylor fight. Tank went to 140. Regis was calling your name and being disrespectful. He never responded to Regis. If he did, I missed it. Let me know if he responded to Regis. He could have went up before Josh Taylor. Didn't do that. What do you get? Mario Barrios. Teofimo Lopez obliterates Tank Davis in a boxing match. Prove me wrong. You can't. Because Tank ain't fighting. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda Cash App, the Super Chat. Y'all have a productive day. The Willie Lynch letter and the making of a slave. I rewind it, order it for yourself. It's a fast read. And pass that out in Baltimore. Because these young cats need it. The general should be on. Let's head over there. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.